Many country towns battled it out over a number of years in the early 1900s to be selected as the site for Australia's federal capital. This one almost made it. On October 8, 1903, the House of Representatives voted Tumut to be the federal capital. That's exactly 105 years ago today. The town was absolutely jubilant when they got the news, and the Oriental Hotel here stayed open all night. Well, a few days later, the Senate ruined that by substituting Bombala. Anyway, I'm going to go and have a chat to the locals of Tumut and ask them how they feel the town might have been if it had become the national capital.
It'd be very busy and there'd be a lot less parking than there is now.
Well, there were so many places around that might have had the vote go their way. It's not surprising that Tumut got a vote.
They would have made it bigger and that we wouldn't have like all the landmarks we have today, like the national parks and that. So I think I like it the way it is.
But then it didn't do Canberra much harm to have public servants in charge of everything.
Some of Tumut's younger folk feel the town's retail sector could have benefited.
More shops, like Big W and Kmart and that. Yep.
Barbara, would you like to come here? You're so photogenic and you've been here so much longer than we have been.
Yes.
Were you aware, as a very old Tumut local,
thank you very much.
that in fact Tumut, 105 years on today, that Tumut was voted to become the capital of Australia?
No, I didn't.
Didn't you know?
No.
Well, it was.
Well, there you go.
Now, what do you reckon it would have been like if that had happened?
That'd be lovely.
I wouldn't like it to be the federal capital. Canberra's welcome to it.
I wouldn't have been here, put it that way. I would have gone somewhere else.
But trust me, we probably would have done a better job because we've got all the trees. And they've had to plant their trees. So Canberra was very concretey for a long time. But it's really nice now.
I probably wouldn't be here either because my husband's farm would have been swallowed up.
Tumut's gorgeous, but yeah, it could grow up a lot more, could progress, could change. And your question, what you're saying, if this was the capital, it would be fantastic for this area. I mean, not only would you have the influx of the finances, but you'd have all the fantastic galleries, you'd have the museums, you'd have more culture, and it would be an acceptable everyday thing rather than just sport.
Well, it would have been really interesting if that was the case, and I guess if it had proceeded, it could have gone ahead and gone accordingly. But it is very hard to imagine, though. I mean, I'm not saying it couldn't have happened, but it's very hard to imagine when you consider the way the town is.
And long since past the time you can do anything about it.
Oh well, despite the government giving Tumut the flick, it was probably a good night at the Oriental.